Hey detectives, welcome to the crew. I'm Sailor Agenda, and this is my Let's Play of Disco Elysium. We've just had a long talk with the guy guarding entrance to the docks. We have to internalize advanced racism before we can get past him, so we're gonna go explore around the city a little bit and see what's around. Okay, what else do we want to do then? We have other tasks. Open the trash container. Confront Kuno. Ask around. I mean, all of these basically just... The only thing I can do really functionally is walk around and see if I can find anything useful. Can't get up here, right? No. Okay. There might be a way up over there or something. Oh. No, that's just down the stairs. Okay. Well, let's have a little walk over down. Oh, more money on the floor. I need the money. 22 cents, folks. What do we need? Like 200 to pay our tab or something like that? We're on the way, surely. More money. This is some kind of memorial.
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing towards the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods.
Who's this?
A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, "I am Philip III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippian kings of Revachol, son of Philip II, the opulent, father of Philip IV, the insane."
The Squanderer is the greatest Philippian king? I mean, I guess the opulent and insane are the toughest competition.
About the statue. There are some odd indentations on the king's chest piece.
So what did this king do?
Even by the standards of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous Philip was known for his profligacy.
In what way?
Well, he blew through the whole national treasury,
I see.
starting the decline of one of the penultimate century's greatest superpowers, the suzerain of Revachol. His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy during the anti-centennial revolution, an end to his family line and the monarchy on the Insulindian Isola.
And there's still a statue of him here? How'd he blow through the whole treasury?
Stories have it that he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber, where he stored unfathomable wealth. Krugerrands, bars of gold, ornate weaponry, armor, and various chalices.
Okay.
He called it the Sol Aurum. It was obscene. There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers, like some obese dragon, instead of a bed, like a normal person.
I too would like to sleep on gold, hustler style.
But wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction.
His what now?
You see, old Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry. He was also a prodigious snorter of nose candy.
So he was a bloated druggie?
That's what the revolutionaries said 150 years later, right before they emptied out the royal mausoleum and dumped His Majesty's mortal remains in the Insulindian Bay.
Sounds fair. What is nose candy?
Cocaine.
Ah, right, yes, cocaine. Where's he buried now?
Beneath the cold waters of the Insulindian Bay, thrown there by the revolutionaries after they cleaned out the royal mausoleum.
Okay, what about the statue?
The original was blown apart by communards, then further damaged during the landing of the Coalition's airships during the turn-of-the-century revolution, when Martinez was leveled. Most historians think the Coalition's hasty landing may have ultimately saved the statue. If the communards had more time, they would have reduced it up to even finer pieces.
Okay, so why did we fix it?
Some years ago, a group of liberal, artistically inclined individuals, designers mostly, thought it would be ironic to restore the statue of the most wasteful ruler of Revachol in the poorest part of the city.
Kinda sounds like a dick move, really.
The statue is supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart, like
Well,
an
I can kinda
instant
see that,
frozen in
actually, to be
time.
fair.
A rare butterfly trapped in amber, floating on a sea of shit.
Very funny and nihilistic.
People in Martinez tend to disagree, as do many prominent art critics and thought leaders with more nuanced social awareness than the young ironists. Those critics might have it wrong, though. There's more to it than just ironism, but you can't say what precisely. Perhaps this art mystery will be solved at a later time. Philip III, the Squanderer, however, with his bronze face up in the air, doesn't seem concerned about what the hoi polloi think of him in death. Not that he ever did in life either.
Fair enough. What are the indentations?
Something with great kinetic energy seems to have impacted the cuirass, around where the heart is. A bullet? Someone
Potentially.
shot him in the heart. Interesting.
Lieutenant, has someone shot the king?
Okay, I can't see it, but I take your word for it.
What do you think?
Well, Martinez is riddled with bullet holes. This place saw a lot of action during the revolution. But the statue is recently renovated, so maybe a joke? Target practice or a political statement?
Probably political.
Why not? What this shows us is guns aren't too uncommon here, and people still shoot them, sometimes at kings.
He takes a note in his
The
notebook.
king stands high above you, surveying the bay, mute and indifferent to your sightings.
Alright. Nothing useful there, really. What's this? Humanox. White tank top. Oh boy, I can beat my wife so effectively now. Who are you?
The small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. A photograph is clutched in her hands, and there is a warm smile on her face. The photo, an ambrotype from the turn of the century, as golden as her smile.
Excuse me, ma'am, I'd like to ask some questions.
No response. Wherever this woman is, your words fail to reach her.
Okay, let's be super rude and snap our fingers in front of her
Wait.
face. The lieutenant stopped you before you could snap.
She's just a distracted old woman. Better to leave her alone.
Oh, why?
Why? I just told you why.
Okay, if you say so, Kim. I mean, it was obviously not polite, but I don't know, we're cops. Aren't we supposed to harass random people on the street? Ruins full of snow. No one lives here anymore. Okay, that's a map edge, I think. So, you see anything that resembled another way in? Not really. We talked to this guy yet? Maybe we did.
I am a gambler
No, I guess not.
and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel
Feel
like
A traveler. The man mutters to himself, accenting the beats as he
A
goes.
simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes.
Keep listening.
From another planet. Hey there.
What's going on?
It's the jam, my man.
He motions toward the sprawl of lorries with a sweeping gesture. So it is.
The air from the east is thick with the smell of crude oils, heavy metals and other byproducts of the modern era. You can almost taste it.
To be fair, it's like 6 trucks or something, but yes.
So traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight, no explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck.
See that?
Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days. Upon days.
How long you been here, buddy?
Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout.
Alright, a little extravagant, but I can roll with it.
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole
Oh.
week already.
Gotcha.
So tell me, what do you need?
You know anything about that dead
He
guy?
ain't one of us drivers. I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here. Keep him busy.
It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff.
Fair enough, never mind.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
You know anything else about this strike?
It's like, whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands. No way in or out.
Going on strike would probably help you dodge a bullet or two.
What's the union want?
Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane in half the company? I forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess. I've heard talk there's a company rep in town, too. Like, a strike negotiator type. They'd know what's up. Precise demands and so on.
That would be a person to talk to.
Ah, yes, from the Wild Pines. We'll meet her soon enough, I'm sure.
Okay, what does the company want?
They want to keep that money flowing in, my man.
Obviously,
Ching.
yes.
He doesn't blame them, but he's not on their side. That's for sure.
Alright, anything else I should know?
Anything else? Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do.
All who?
Us lorry drivers. Camionneurs. You still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid. Not that I blame them, really.
Naive though, huh?
Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing.
He glances down the road toward the horizon, a glint of something in
He
his
tries his
eyes.
best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity in him, as if trying to conceal something warm and deep beneath a cool exterior.
We do not have enough empathy to understand that. What you hauling anyway?
Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that.
Oh, cool, chill.
Relax. He's merely joking.
You are under arrest. Oh, wicked, man. I always wanted a friend in the
Ha!
underworld.
No, I'm joking, my man. Found runs a nice, clean business. This haul of cargo is mostly sporting goods. You know, tracksuits and that kind of thing. They usually get shipped to Grad and the Occident. Though we've been making headway in the Il Moran market lately.
That's your machine?
This rockin' beauty. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery?
A motor lorry, also called a camion, on Caillou and neighboring islands. This one looks roughed up enough to be some sort of found rust bucket. Maybe the A6?
Is that a foul A6 you got there?
Good eye, my man. Yup, she's an old one, but reliable. Me and her spent a long time together.
So, nothing illegal then?
Not unless they've illegalized sports equipment while I was on the road.
Alright.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
What do I see in his eyes?
Ease into it. Don't go too far. This seems like a personal matter.
My man, I want to know about your soul. Man, you look sad. What's up?
I'm okay, man. Just... the jams got me down. The fumes, the chemical rainbows, the tarpaulin stretched on the frames and the dull engines off.
The man recedes into his daze of words.
Maybe the full-on direct approach wasn't correct. Damn, it's tricky business looking into someone's eyes and not doing it wrong.
Alright, good talk.
Don't be a stranger.
Gives a salute with 2 fingers. Okay. That's everything that was in that direction, really, actually. So let's see what's in this direction. Oh. damage looks like it could have been caused by an earthquake. Sure enough.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when Lieutenant Kitsuragi is gone.
I see.
The dented yellow mailbox greets you with its...
Alright. Good mail delivery box.
The box seems happy.
Fantastic. Always bet the box, folks. What's up over here? This book has a rose, a pistol, and a half-naked dame on its cover. On the cover stands a very muscular man surrounded by flames. Oh shit, this is a bookshelf. Crime, romances, and biographies of famous people. This is a book about pate. This book, you don't really understand what it's about, nor does it seem important. A book about boyadero culture, promotes freedom, and roaming upstream. A book about the future. The government reads your mind using radio technology, probably. You the bookseller?
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open.
A young girl with chubby red cheeks waves at you, smiling. Her nose is also red from the cold. Why would I just go around introducing myself as I am the law? Why is that the option everywhere? Hello.
Are you interested in a new and exciting book?
She stomps her feet to feel warmer. Okay, is this a bookstore?
It's a bookstore, sir. We sell books, postcards, and some board games. It's called Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Most bookstores do sell board games, and honestly I find that slightly weird. They don't really seem that obviously connected to me, but whatever.
Books, postcards, easy. Even a kid would know all of this.
Maybe I shouldn't lecture this random girl about what books are?
Don't be a fool. As an expert, it's your duty to tell what you know to everyone.
Don't tell me what you do, Encyclopedia.
Are you okay? You've been standing here silently for a while.
Whoops. Can I ask you some
Okay,
questions?
sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books.
What is this crime business?
Crime fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like that, and the work of a policeman or a private detective who's trying to solve a crime and catch the criminals.
No. Not crime fiction, I understand that. I need to know what the concept of crime is. Yeah, it's that bad, Annette.
Crime is what we were solving before this conversation began.
Oh. Murder gets the people going. I see.
And it's kind of like a puzzle too. You can guess who the criminal is or how the good guys are going to catch him.
Yes, I'm a policeman myself, you know.
Don't look much like a policeman.
What's a policeman look like?
Didn't mean to offend, sir.
This disco
Sorry,
pants?
sir. It's just that you don't look like Dick Mullen.
She points to a book cover on which you see a strapping Vespertine officer. He stands grimly over the body of a dead woman. Oh. Well, it's your head's more important than your body in police work.
Head? Yes.
No, you're mine.
Oh, close enough.
Not head, child. Heads.
Sometimes you gotta be the killer to catch the killer.
Isn't that very dangerous?
Policemen live and breathe danger, little girl. Mullen obviously lacks the chameleonic skill. Is that actually one of the skills? No. It's not listed here anyway.
Unlike you, sir. He's just a fictional character. He's no match for you.
Exactly.
Maybe you can show me some real police work, sir. Like in the books.
Okay. I'm gonna deduce something now.
You fail to deduce anything substantial.
Oops.
She waits intently.
I'm sorry. I can't deduce anything.
okay,
Oh,
sir.
I really fucked up here, and I'm sorry. Oh no, my morale.
You disappointed a small child. Well done, champ.
I had to use my morale healing item because I disappointed a small child. This is disastrous. What is romance?
It's the type of book where there's a rich lady and she has to choose between the good man and the bad man.
Yeah, that sounds like it sums it up, honestly.
Or there could be a story about a poor lady getting a rich man. It's about man and lady business, sir.
What about a poor man getting a rich lady?
It happens, but usually the guy gets rich in the process. Or should actually be rich himself, but has lost his family property unjustly, like during the revolution or something.
I see.
Those are unhappy books, for most of the pages. People sad about what they have lost, but then it all turns out just fine in the end.
See. What about when both men are bad?
These are not very common. You can't have a choice between bad and bad. Nobody wants to read a story like that.
What if it's really well written?
Well, maybe then it's fine. Maybe if the lady then decides not to pick either, because she doesn't need a bad man. Yes, that would be interesting.
True, fair enough. Maybe we need more of that, eh? Okay, what about if everyone's poor? Do people like to read books where everyone is poor?
That's really not a proper romance story.
They do
That's
not.
more like
yes.
everyday life.
Yeah, you're right. Poor people are
I
boring.
guess, yes. People in books are always very interesting, especially the romance people.
Okay, what about a book where the romance doesn't work?
I haven't read many of those. Maybe you should ask Mum.
Maybe you should ask Mum. Maybe I will.
I'm sure she can help out. Anything else you're curious about?
That's enough for
Maybe
kids.
some about other books?
Who are these famous people?
Oh, kings and queens and generals of old, or artists and writers, or musicians, those kinds of people. There's usually something extraordinary about them.
She scratches her cold-reddened cheek, then continues.
I think that's why people read them, to find the secrets of their fame.
I see.
Seems like most people who read those books fail to get more famous from reading them.
This does not succeed, does it?
But it does make the famous people more famous.
Fair enough. Maybe someone will write a book about me someday.
Why would they do that, sir?
Because I'll be a superstar cop in the papers and everything. That'll show them.
That's so cool. Maybe they'll make you a book cover picture and everything. Standing over a dead body, holding a gun.
Exactly. It's fantastic. What's your name, by the way?
My name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. She owns the store. She's inside, minding the register, or organising the stock.
The girl gazes at the window, then suddenly jolts, her eyes wide as if recalling something.
Feel free to step in and browse our wares.
I see. And you're standing out here in the cold?
I'm signalling that the store is open. Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance, and biographies of famous people.
Perhaps I could have a word with the store
Oh,
owner?
no, sir. I'm happy to help Mum by luring in customers. Besides, I have some hot juice in my vacuum bottle to keep warm.
Shouldn't you be at school or something?
I do my studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mum keep this place running.
Isn't school more important than this?
Mum says it's necessary to do both because it builds character. Mum says a proper worker is dutiful. That's how you get ahead in life. You succeed.
Your mom sucks. I'm gonna go dismantle capitalism.
There is stress and unease behind these words. She's reciting etiquette.
You're like 10 or 12 or something. You should be in school. How's the business going?
Mum says it's peachy. She was a little afraid at first. There's talk about this house being cursed.
Oh, cursed. How exciting.
Cursed in the way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived here, sir. That they all go...
Ass up?
I wouldn't really say it like that, but I guess so.
Well, I don't really believe in curses.
They shouldn't be, but they seem real. Anyhow, they say that these grounds are doomed for businesses.
But they're probably not doomed, but your mother should learn from their mistakes.
Of course, sir.
Right? So, boy, let's do something. Successfully this
The
time.
girl keeps her hands folded, hidden. Why is that?
Hey, why do you keep your hands
What do
folded?
you mean, sir?
You don't need to be worried. I'm here to help.
She looks around anxiously. Her hands remain folded in front of her. She doesn't want to show them. The lieutenant stands by, looking at the two of you with little interest.
It's okay.
She brings out her reddened hands, her nails frayed, nearly chewed down to the flesh.
You bite your nails.
And you knew this from me keeping my hands folded?
There were a few other hints.
Well, that proves nothing. Anyone could do an easy deduction like that.
Well, she's not impressed. Fine, you do better. Do something about
You're
me.
quite sober.
She snaps. Shut up.
The lieutenant does not flinch at the comment. He does not flinch even a single bit. He is intensely not flinching. It takes effort.
End up having a grand time
I
at
sure
it.
hope you are, sir.
She rubs her red nose.
There she stands, swaying on her feet, assaulted by the early spring breeze. She smiles at you. The whole situation suddenly feels familiar. Somehow, there's something you're missing.
Oh god, well this isn't gonna work. Why does this feel familiar?
You have absolutely no idea. Familiar? How? You must have forgotten something you heard again.
Sounds right. Okay, see you around in it.
As you turn, a bright light catches your eye, making you squint.
From where?
From a distant sunset, a stage light, flash photography, nowhere in particular. It's just what superstar law officers do. They squint at lights, and they solve shit.
Yeah, that's me. I'm establishing my
Yeah.
superstardom.
You have. You're a big dick cop, Dick Mullen. Salam Rocky Bayi, badass on the edge disco cop. Time to recede into a ludicrous fantasy world. Here we go. Camera, lights.
Wait, what's that about a ludicrous fantasy world?
Yeah, you know. Beneath it is just heartbreak, a pulmonary tract infection, atherosclerotic disease. This is where you say action and reconceptualize all that. Reinvent it as the world's first celebrity police officer. This is the beginning of your legend.
Alright, fuck it. Action!
With a sudden flash, the world freezes around you, and you along with it. In an iconic monochrome solution, a black silhouette against a rasterized orange world. It's on.
I'm gonna be a superstar disco cop, everybody. Oh boy. -2 logic upon researching. I don't know, we're 50% of the way to understanding advanced race theory. This seems bad. I think we should not. Okay, let's go into the bookstore so I can spend all my 50 cents on books. Just like real life, really. Gift books and molten candy.
The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian on the cover. Nearly all the titles contain the word Hyamdal somewhere.
I see.
Rows and rows of Hyamdala men blur your vision. You make out some titles. Man from Hyamdal and the Mammoth Riders. Man from Hyamdal, Return to Hyamdal. And the solipsistic Man from Hyamdal and the Hyamdal Man.
One of those franchises that's maybe gone a little too deep, huh? How many are there?
Maybe 100.
Yeah.
Man from Hyamdal and the sages at the end of the world. Man from Hyamdal and the false god. Man from Hyamdal and the scorched earth. Man from Hyamdal, the Hyamdal colonies. Man from Hyamdal and the swamp beast. Man from Hyamdal and the snow crabs.
I see. Is that all?
Not even close. Man from Hyamdal in hell. Man from Hyamdal
God.
and the forest of slaves. Man from Hyamdal under the lake. Man from Hyamdal, Hyamdal burning. There's even the Trial of Death, a pastoral combat game book set in the world of Hyamdala Man, and so much more.
Storekeep, tell me about the Muscle Man books.
Oh, Man from Hyamdal. A very popular series of adventure novels. They're awfully immoral and violent books.
Oh. Well, you suck already. Okay, why are they so popular?
Blood and violence, scantily clad women, epic narratives, all those mystical things he encounters. They're bound to grab those with little imagination and nothing to do.
Sweet, which one do you start with?
What does it matter? They're all the same.
She rolls her
However,
eyes.
the customer is always right, they say. If you're a novice of the series, I'd recommend Hyamdalaman, the Man from Hyamdal, It's supposed to be a good introduction to the series.
Do any of them call out to me?
A twinge at the back of your head
Oh,
makes
no.
you flinch.
Why?
Your eye starts twitching.
Ow.
Your hand reaches toward a book with glossy cover art of the very muscular man from Hjelmdal in chains, kneeling in front of a staircase leading to a throne. A woman sits on the throne, leering at the man. Between the throne and the Hjelmdaler man lies a bonfire, casting shadows on the wall. The shadow of the woman's headdress looks like a pair of devil horns. The title reads, Man from Hjelmdal and the Devil Woman.
Is this how we learn about this detective's fetish? I absolutely refuse to think that thought,
The
so...
display rack before you is burdened under piles of Man from Hjelmdal novels.
Okay, we don't have enough money for any books. Honestly, $9. Who's got
A
$9?
small mountain of colorful board game
I've got
boxes.
$2.79.
There are numerous types of games for all ages. A lot of shelf space seems to be taken up by Wirral-related merchandise.
Okay.
An endless variety of source books, lore books, and codices litter the table. The topmost book is titled Welkin Compendium, 2nd edition. There's also a large hardbound tome with intricate cover art, The Hunters of Katawak, Boreal Creature Compendium, and a Pick Your Path adventure game book titled Tales of Wirral, Cavern of Velkrag. Books in a board game section? Who wants to read books? There's a box that says Wirral, 3rd edition Mega Setting Supplements Module. The side panel notes, a fantastique adventure board game, new maps and miniatures. A sticker on it displays 25 Rial. That price is steep, but then it's the 3rd edition Mega Setting Supplement, so it makes sense.
3rd edition Mega Setting Supplement, oh boy. What kind of board games you got here, Storekeep?
Wonderful board games, sir. The Viticulturist is a classic for sure, or perhaps you'd like Archipelagos of Insulinda, a very educational game for those interested in geography.
Oh, I do like geography.
Growlritter is a fun game of economic competition, but can get quite intense after a while. We have games for the whole family. You can play with your children.
I think, hopefully, I don't have any children.
Friends are technically like family.
She fiddles with her pendant,
For
thinking.
playing with friends, I'd recommend Suzerainty. It's a civilization building game where you build a civilization, then set off to brutally colonize and repress other civilizations.
Oh boy.
It'll cost 12 Rial.
Now that sounds fun. So what about all these Wirral things?
Lousy auras there. No, role-playing games are popular among those types. You know, who are into those kind of things. Personally, I don't like it. Not at all.
Why do you own a bookshop?
I've heard they turn people into occult enthusiasts. That they have rituals where they try to summon entities.
Oh
Highly
no, they
immoral
have a
stuff.
satanic panic
You can
over their
still buy
D&D
them, though.
equivalent. Why do you still sell them if you're buying into the satanic panic, lady? Old sports magazines tucked away in a tuck. Why am I running everywhere now? Did I press shift somewhere or something? The book collects the national recipes of Arda. They are all about lake trout. Thanks for watching, detectives. New parts will be up every other day, or you can watch live on Twitch. If you did enjoy, consider leaving a like and subscribing. And have a nice day, detectives. This is Sea Lord Jenda, signing off.